So it's the start of a brand new season, and it's a transfer window of disappointment. I'm not going to lie. We've made some good signings, but the people that have turned us down or not got work permits has really annoyed me. Roll the intro. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sunderland save on FM22 and without playing a game we have gone up the table to 14th. Wonderful. Man United have lost to Man City 2-1 and Chelsea have beaten Brentford 3-0. They're the only game so far played. Everyone else is the 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff, and then you've got Arsenal West Ham at 5:30 and Norwich Everton at 7:45, and that will be everybody playing their first game of the new season in 2024. But transfers have obviously happened because we're in the Premier League, so we've got a lot of money to spend. Before that though, we're going to just quickly go through some names of people that turned us down. Now annoyingly, Rodrigo didn't turn me down. He failed his work permit. We got it all agreed, we had a contract, went for the work permit. He's not played enough times for Brazil. So yes, Rodrigo didn't quite come in. He was actually going to be an auxiliary forward for us and play as a deep lying forward up there because he can pass, he's got good movement, he's got pace, he can drop in, give it and go. But yeah, no work permit. That one got rejected. Now before you laugh, Granit Xhaka turned me down and moved to AC Milan, which is very annoying because he would have brought good experience into the central midfield and been a good upgrade on what we've got, allowing us to sell one other player, Ross McCrory, who now we've had to keep at the club because we haven't bought in another central midfielder. So Granit Xhaka turned me down. Tariq Lamptey turned me down, who I was planning to play at left back. I offered him a big wage, nowhere near 100 grand a week like Man City did, but Man City, Leicester and Southampton all came in and outbid us, and now Tariq Lamptey is one of many players that's probably not going to play for Man City because he's already in their under-23s earning 100 grand a week, which is just ridiculous. Luke Thomas turned me down at left back to sign a new contract with Leicester City. Very irritating. We're going to be coming up against him most likely in the first game of the season. But yeah, that was irritating. We had agreed a deal. We were paying something like £36 million for him over a number of years. And we were getting him a contract. We thought we had agreed it. And then he turned around and signed the new one with Leicester. Brilliant. You'll see a theme here. Another left back / centre back, Mikaelo Mattvienko. He just flat out rejected the contract that I offered him. Would not discuss it, would not budge. Mikaelo Mattvienko stays at Shakhtar Donetsk. Has got a few more clubs interested in him now since we've had a bid. Wolves now want him. The scouts really rate him. I thought he would have really been a really good signing for us. But alas, no. He just didn't want to move to Sunderland. Donny van der Beek turned us down. Didn't want to join us from Tottenham, even though he's transfer listed. We agreed a loan move for him. He said, no, thanks, I'm all right. Really irritating. And the one that probably takes the biggest piss take / biscuit, is what I was going to say, is Brandon Williams turned us down when I offered him, important player, 54 grand a week, and we're in the Premier League and Bournemouth aren't. He was going to be our starting left wing back, playing as a left wing back on attack, which is what he wanted in his contract. He said, this is what I want to be played as. I was like, fine, we'll bring you in, Brandon Williams. That is fine. He turned us down to move to bloody Bournemouth in the Championship. Absolute joke. He's off the list. He's never been signed in Football Manager ever. And the last one was Eric Bailly, who turned us down to move to Real Hispalas, which is Real Betis, sorry. Moved to Real Betis. Again, we offered him more money, but I think he wanted to go to sunnier climates, to be honest. Back to Spain, where he played for Espanyol and Villarreal. Real Betis picked him up on a free transfer after he got released by Man United. So, yes, that's the majority of the people that have turned us down. There were more, but they weren't too interesting. A couple of other left backs, right back, another central midfielder, and another fantastic one that turned us down was, believe it or not, Mauro Icardi turned us down to go to Arsenal. That's one I can probably understand. We offered him a cracking deal. He was going to become our first 100 grand a week play £100,000 per week player. But Arsenal actually offered him more. Obviously, we offered him star player, but he's moved to Arsenal for more money as a squad player. They're a better reputation club. They finished second in the league last year. So yeah, they've signed Mauro Icardi, which is a little bit annoying because I honestly thought we were going to pick up a right deal there on a free transfer, but alas, we didn't. On to our own transfers. So we're going to start, weirdly, on this page. These are all the players we released, and as you'll see, we've had a big clear out. Andre Wisdom, Ashley Fletcher, Patrick Roberts, Luke Draher, Luke O'Nine, Sam Hughes. They are all first team players that have gone, as has Ryan Alsop, the backup goalkeeper, as has Adam Messina. So we've got rid of quite a lot of people on free transfers. I don't know if any of them have been picked up. Andre Wisdom hasn't. He was probably one of the better ones. Ashley Fletcher's moved to Wrexham. Another save. Weirdly, I've got a save going with Wrexham, haven't I? Over on Twitch, which is good. Go and check it out. Twitch.tv/cultured left foot. And if you are enjoying this, leave a comment down below that just says, like, good luck for the season, or you're an idiot, or what shirt is that you're wearing? Because the more comments get the videos out to more people. It's how the algorithm works. Every like, every comment gets it out to more people in the YouTube world, which is great. And the channel is still growing, and it would be fun if we got more people into this little cultured left foot community, which would be wonderful. Right, now on to the proper outs. Kun Temzikov has joined AFC Wimbledon on loan. He's going to bang in the goals for them. It's much more his level. Didn't really do anything for us in the Premier League. The fact he played so well for us in the Championship, in League One, he should really score lots of goals. So first one, Kun Temzikov is out on loan. Highly rated youngster Sean McLaughlin has gone out on loan to Bristol City as well. Already valued to 15 to 23 million. This is the guy I wanted to bring into the first team this year, and he was in the senior squad. However, he actually became upset that I had turned a loan move down for him, and I didn't want to piss off a good youngster. So we've actually let him go out on loan to Bristol City. There was loads of people going for his loan move, but he chose Bristol City. I'm hoping they give him a lot of game time. He's already played one game, not brilliantly, but he does look like he's going to be very, very good. We just need those arrows to be going the other way so that he actually improves while he's on loan at Bristol City. And then, so far, the only out for money is Mads Beck Sorensen. We bought him in on a free transfer from Brentford. He played, 9 games for us in the Premier League last year. 6.9, not too bad, but £4.4 million. He has been moved to Bournemouth, where he's going to join Brandon Williams. And he was all right. But when you look at who we've bought in, he doesn't really hold a candle to them, to be honest. So, hold a candle? Is that a phrase? I don't know if that's a phrase. But yeah, Mads Beck Sorensen has gone for £4.4 million. So, on to the ins. So first off then, we'll start with the confirmed deals that we had from last year. So Sandri has joined on a permanent deal, £6 million, already worth 15.5 to 17.5, £45,000 a week, and a good all-rounder. He'll be pretty much pretty solid for us, I imagine. 2 goals in 13, does need to up that average rating if he's going to keep his place in the team. But all in all, very happy with that. Weirdly scored 2 headers in last season. He's got heading 11, he's 5'9", but he does make great runs from central midfield. Looking forward to seeing what he can do this season. Dane Scarlett, £31 million. We knew he was coming in. Already got a huge value, £38,000 a week. Really, really good young striker. 15 goals in 30 appearances for us last season. Hoping he can do similar, if not break the 20 goals a season mark for us this year. He's going to be playing slightly different role, more as a sort of holding off forward, deep line, bringing other people into play. But a 7.11 average rating. Really, really good stuff from him last year. Hoping he can replicate it. It's a lot of money, and it's a big price tag weighing on his shoulders, but I'm hopeful that he can do it. Marcus Edwards was probably the deal that's been hanging around for the longest, really. It was arranged right when we could get him on a Bosman. 33 million to 42 million pounds value for someone we've bought in on a free is brilliant. £89,000 a week, so he's got a big wage that he needs to justify. Coming from the Premier League in Portugal, where he has been playing reasonably well, but I'd expect to see better numbers than 7 goals and 4 assists, which is his record out there in Portugal. I'm expecting to see better than that for the value we're paying him in terms of wages. He's had a decent pre-season. He's very quick, very agile, really good at dribbling. He's going to be playing on the right-hand side of a front three. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. He definitely doesn't want to use his right foot. He likes to try killer passes, tries tricks, runs with ball often, cuts inside from the right. He does everything that we want to do as part of the formation we're going to play this year. But I am expecting a lot. And if he disappoints, then he might not get too much longer to prove it if his value stays around that cost, because that would be a huge profit for someone that we have bought in on a free transfer. So let's wait and see what happens. I'm hoping we can train him on his finishing, get that up a little bit, because his composure, first touch and dribbling is superb for an inverted winger. So, yeah. Don't let me down, Marcus. There's a lot riding on you this season. And then from there, we'll do what we normally do. We'll go in value order. So all these are new signings that you guys are not aware of. We have brought in Nick Tanziev in goal after Ryan Alsop, our backup goalkeeper, left. We went and just hunted around for a backup goalkeeper. Nick Tanziev is who we've gone for. He gets a wonderful promotion from Sky Bet League One to the Premier League. He probably can't believe his wildest dreams, but he's okay. Hugo Lloris was who I wanted as the backup, but he's gone and signed a 1-year contract of AC Milan. Similar to Granit Xhaka, actually, which is a bit annoying. But, good goalkeeping attributes, to be honest. Mental isn't too bad, and physical isn't too bad either. He should fit in nicely. He's tall. He'll do fine as a backup. He'll get a couple of games here and there in the Cups, I'm sure. But Bazunu was pretty good with injuries last year, and I'm hoping he can keep that on again. But, Nick Tanziev is in, the New Zealand international. Lovely signing. For free. Leif Davis joins us on loan with the loss of Messina. We've sold Connor Townsend. Oh, I forgot to say that one. We sold Connor Townsend. It happened at the back end of last year, so I forgot to mention it. We need a new left back, so Leif Davis joins. He comes in as an impact sub on loan from Leeds, where we're paying his full wage of £10,000 a week, which is a little bit much, but he brings good pace, good crossing, good dribbling, decent tackling as well. He's got all the right attributes you need in the right place. He's very short at 5'5", but I'm hoping he can prove us wrong and do well. He had a decent season in the Championship 2 years ago with Barnsley. Didn't play for Leeds last year. Has had a spattering of games for Leeds here and there across the different divisions. But as a backup, I think he should be pretty good because we have signed a left back, and it's one of our most expensive signings this season. It's one of our most expensive signings in the game. I think it's only beaten by Dane Scarlett, to be honest. But we'll get to him in a minute. Mikaelo Mattvienko joins from Crystal Palace, who got relegated. I did say I was going to try and raid them for a few players. £1 million. I think that's going to be good value for money. For a guy that played for a relegated team and got over a 7, I'm very happy. And again, it's an option. He's not going to be a first-team player. He's in as a squad player. He's young. He's French. He's skillful. He's got the right attributes where you need them to do either the wing role or play in behind or play on the left-hand side. Brings us that era of sort of versatility that I do think you need when you've got a squad like ours, which is quite young. But hello, Rude. What do you want? It's just pouring me. But yeah, Mikaelo Mattvienko does join. He did well for Palace since signing for Reading, and we're hoping that we can keep him in the Premier League, and especially for £1 million. I think that's a real bargain. So next up, £8.5 million is new centre-back Russian international Igor Diviev, I think it would be. 6'4", absolutely physical beast, really good mentally as well, and comes with good heading, good marking, and good tackling. Yeah, he can't really cross, dribble, finish, have a good first touch or take a corner, but that doesn't really matter. He's got better passing than Beck Sorensen and Hector, so he's going to come in and he's going to be competing with Callum Doyle and Edmondson for our starting positions at centre-back. I do like the look of him, and at 6'4", he should be a threat from attacking corners and very good defensively when we're defending the corners as well. And he is signed from Leicester for £8.5 million, who take a hit on him. He started really well. He had a bit of a poor season last season, but Leicester had a poor season all round last year. So I'm hoping we can get him back to sort of this level of performance. He's going to be up against Leicester today because Edmondson's injured, so he's going to come straight into the starting 11 at centre-back. But I like to think this could be a bit of a bargain. Russian international, good, strong centre-back. Hopefully it works out. Next up, raiding the relegated teams again, Alexis Mcallister. I'm a big fan of this guy in real life, and I thought if I've got the opportunity to sign him, let's go and bring him in. Another squad player, very versatile again. Midfield, left, centre, attacking midfield right as well. But brings with him a lot of technical attributes, not too bad physical attributes, and mental attributes galore as well. An all-round good player, a very good player for Brighton. Yeah, he struggled last year, 37 appearances, 7 goals, a 6.57. Did well in the Championship and did well in his first season, or first major season for Brighton, I would say, in this save. 37 appearances, a 6.83. But again, there's no pressure to continually play him. He's going to give us an option when we change to an attacking midfield role and bring someone in behind. I think he's going to be very, very handy. His versatility should be good. His ability on the ball should be good. I'm excited. As you can see, in the pre-season friendlies, 3 appearances, 3 as a sub, 2 goals, 3 assists, and average 8.48. Yeah, we toured in Singapore, but generally, I'm very excited by Alexis Mcallister. I think he's going to do well. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do when we need him. And Callum Doyle has finally joined permanently from Manchester City, the 20-year-old wonder kid. We've had him ever since the start of the save. He's been absolutely brilliant every single division, starting left back on the left-hand side, using that left foot. He's reasonably on his right foot as well. A very, very good player. Very happy to bring him in. He's already worth more than what we've paid for him. We bought him in for £17.25 million, which I think for a young Englishman who's clearly going to be in the national team at some point is an absolute bargain. 6'3", already worth £27 to £38 million. Comes in as an important first team player. Not much else to say. He's been brilliant. He's played for the England under-21s team at the Euro Championship qualifying. He's done well. He's done well in our pre-season friendlies. Blinded. Delighted to have him in permanently. And then last but not least, it is so hard to sign a left back in this game. It is so hard to find them and sign them. But finally, someone moved to me over AC Milan. Now, I'm not going to say it's because of the £98,000 a week we've decided to pay this guy. I'm going to say it's because he saw what we're doing and he likes to be a part of a journey which is going to make it so much better. We've given Anderlecht a lot of money for him, £25.5 million. However, he has had 3 absolutely solid seasons at Anderlecht, playing the majority of the games. He's not had much injuries, getting on the assists. Like, this guy should be everything I want from a left back, an attacking wing back at left. Him and Max Aarons should be full of assists this season, right? Pace galore, crossing, dribbling, first touch. He can't really tackle, but don't worry about that. We've got Callum Doyle on that left-hand side. Passing's great, technique's good. If you were building an attacking wing-back, this is who you want. You would just up his tackling a little bit. He's brilliant. And if it all goes real Pete Tong, we can go 3 at the back, play him as a wing-back. And if it goes really, really horribly wrong, we can play him up on the left-hand side as a winger and maybe go to a 4-2-4, which is another formation I'm contemplating moving to because we do have options up front in Scarlett, Ricky J. Jones and Ross Stewart as well. And I'm not against bringing in another striker if needs be. We also have Harry Gardner from the youth team. But that is all of our spending so far. £88 million this year. There was a couple tagged on to the back of last year as well. The million for Alisa and Mcallister for 14 or 15 million pounds. Connor Townsend left. Tom Lawrence has left. They're the only 2 I didn't really talk about before. But generally, all good. I'm very happy with how the squad is looking. It's a young squad. We've got rid of a lot of the older statesmen, the deadwood that was hanging around. And weirdly, although I would like to sign another midfielder, I would say midfield is our strongest position, probably, with Sandri, Garner, Gallagher, Lokonga in there. McCroy is in there as well. Hector, we've accepted a £3 million bid from Blackburn, so he might be on his way. We've got Ben Johnson as a backup now to cover both full-back positions if needed. We've got lots of options in central midfield as well, as I've gone through with Mcallister. Romero is our youngster that's coming through the ranks who I'd like to give a bit of game time to this season. Embleton's still here as an option. Going to be limited, I think, now that Mcallister and Alisa are in. And then up front, Scarlett, Stewart, J. Jones, and as I said, Gardner as well, but he's currently staying in the under-23s just for a little bit. But yeah, a good team, a solid team. This is how we're going to line up most of the season if everything goes to plan. As I said, it will be Diviev who comes in for his debut against his former club. We're going to stay with Gomez, Doyle, Diviev and Aarons at the back. We are actually going to put you... Oh, see, he wants to be complete. I might go complete wing back on support there. Does Aarons prefer to be... Yeah, no, he wants to be a wing back. He actually wants to be a wing back on defend, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to stick with that. Bazuna, Aarons, Diviev, Doyle, Gomez, Garner, Gallagher, Sandri, Edwards, Alanga and Scarlett in what is a very, very good team. And now we've gone through all of that, we don't have to worry about doing any changes. I've picked the team. I think everyone's fit and ready to go. There shouldn't be any injuries. I haven't picked any subs, so let's do that now. Yeah, Mcallister, Lokonga, goalkeeper on there. We'll go for Ben Johnson, wherever he is. Ben Johnson can go on the bench as well. Ricky Jane Jones. Elise's still got this little knock, so he's not going to go on because we don't need to rush it. McCrory. Ross Stewart can go on the bench. Let's go for Marco Romeo, and then we've got one more. We'll put Leif Davis on there as a left back. So we are lacking a centre back on the bench, but you know we can jiggle some things around and put Ben Johnson in there if we need to, and Ross McCrory can do a job as well. Right, let's get into it then. People really don't like some of the new instructions we're going with, but It's worked in pre-season. This is the formation I want to use and keep it going. It's going to be a bit of a longer episode because of all the transfer news we had to get through. But yeah, here we go. Playing Leicester City. They still have Lazaro, who we were interested in signing previously. Minamino's on the bench. They got Isco, Maitland-Niles. Kasper Schmeichel's lost his place to Vlachimos in goal. It should be an interesting. It's our chance to exact revenge. Get out there. Get that revenge. What can we do in this opening game of the 2024 season? The third season of this save. Is it the fourth season? League One, Championship, Premier League, second season in the Premier League. It is the fourth season, so we've got 2 more seasons. This one and one more. As Doyle flicks it on, Dane Scarlett fires it in the bottom corner. And Callum Doyle, I don't quite know how he flicked that on with his head, but technically 2 new signings combined there because Callum Doyle signed permanently. Gomez took the corner. Doyle flicks it on and Dane Scarlett puts it in the net. Lovely control, left-footed poke home. And that's a new signing to a new permanent signing to another new permanent signing. And that is 1-0 Sunderland. And that is a fantastic start to the season. Max Aarons launches it in. It's easy for Castagna. Aarons is there. He shoots over the bar. And this is the positivity we really want to see from this Sunderland team. Remember, the aim this year is to push for Europe. And it's a tough ask with the teams, and the recruitment that's happened this season is just ridiculous in the Premier League. Crystal Palace have been pretty much ripped to shreds of all their decent players. The only one they've got left pretty much is Eze and Gouet, the centre-back, left-back. But yeah, I mean, I'm still potentially going to go after Eze because he's a bloody good player, but we just don't need him. If we move Embleton on, then we might bring in Eze as a bit of a replacement. But at the moment, Embleton's decent as a backup, as Valentino has it here. Valentino gets around the outside, puts it in. Barnes over the bar from Harvey Barnes. And we live to fight another day. Let's just give him a bit of praise. I think 1-0 up against Leicester is a very good result at the moment. Marcus Edwards, the man with all the pressure on his shoulders, and he's doing well. Puts a ball out to Elanga. Elanga cuts it back to Sandri. Sandri back into Gallagher. Elanga again shoots Elanga over the bar. And what is good about this team, with this Sunderland team, is that, yes, we've brought in some new players. Okay, Diviev wasn't meant to start today. It was meant to be Edmondson. And if you consider that, Bazzuno, Aarons, Edmondson, Doyle, the left-back's new and the right winger's new, but everybody else is in this team last year. So our chemistry really hasn't been affected, as Iheanacho puts it wide past the post. But yeah, our team chemistry is actually still really solid because we haven't lost anybody from that sort of core starting 11, which I think is crucial this year in Football Manager. I'm going to say we're happy. I think I'm happy with the amount of shots we're taking. Let's keep it going if we can. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant to see. And most of the new signings have gone onto the bench. Most of the players that we've released on a free or sold were all sort of the deadwood, the part-timers. And I feel like keeping that chemistry is absolutely crucial. And hopefully it's coming across how much I'm enjoying this save and how passionate it's been. And I'm looking forward to doing a few more of these sort of rebuilding teams because it's really good fun to do. Okay, Marcus Edwards isn't playing well, so he's going to come off and be replaced by Mcallister. So it's going to be one debutant for another. I was warned in the scout report about Marcus Edwards that he's a little bit inconsistent, and I think we're going to see that throughout this season. But 20 shots to 6, we are playing so well right now. I'm wondering, I was just going to say, do we bring on a central midfielder? But first game of the season, everybody's fully fit. There really shouldn't be too much need to change too much at this point, as Sandri could be in. His pass is poor into Elanga, and Odysseus gets it away, the Greek goalkeeper. Gallagher, Scarlett, back to Gallagher, ball through, Elanga's in, one-on-one, Elanga shoots, he's missed the target. Anthony Elanga really has got to be doing better there. That's a tough miss to take that, because it really should have been 2-0. And given us that comfort zone going into the final few minutes of the game. As Sandri back to Garner, into Elanga. We do keep the ball really well. Gomez pushed on into Elanga again. Elanga runs forward, edge of the box. Sandri's there, into Gomez. Gomez back to Sandri again, into Scarlett. Dane Scarlett back to Gomez. Look at this passing. Oh no, and just as I say that, we give the ball away. Long ball, Doyle, great header. Gallagher, into Sandri, Scarlett. Scarlett lays it on Mcallister. Mcallister's there, and it's a good, easy save, to be honest. Mcallister probably should do better. There isn't too much going wrong at the moment, to be honest. We may just give... Do I bring Ricky J. Jones on for a bit more pace and a bit better finishing on that side? I think we do. If Alisa was fit, I would have brought Alisa on. I think 2 new wingers. Everyone's a little bit tired, but not in the massive reds because it's the first game of the season. Let's go for that. I don't really want to change any of the wing backs or the back 4 because we've been playing so well back there. As the time ticks down, we're starting the season with a win. You can't ask for more than that. 3 points on the board. A very, very good performance all round. And hopefully, this is the start of something absolutely spectacular this season. I'm happy with how we've strengthened the teams. I do have some more potential transfers in the pipeline. I think deadline day is going to be a pretty busy one this year. And I think that'll be the next episode, to be honest. I think deadline day is going to be the next episode. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this could be a really good season. Let me know down below what you think. Where do you think we're going to finish this season? But we've played Leicester. Dominated possession, much better XG, 26 shots to 8. We have been playing incredibly well. And this is looking very, very tasty indeed. You can see there we're getting a lot of different scout reports done. We've been very busy utilising our scouts in this one. So, we're going to come back for deadline day. And it will probably be a standalone episode because there's a few things that I probably want to get done on deadline day. I feel like there'll be a few panic buys like always. But if it's not a longer episode, we'll then follow it up with a game against West Ham. So we'll do Villa and Bradford offline. We'll come back for deadline day. And if it's not a long deadline day, we'll be playing West Ham. And just looking ahead, because I like to, this end of the season run-in is ridiculous. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea are all in our run-in, which could prove absolutely crucial in the run-in. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Again, brilliant to be playing this episode. Loving FM22 at the moment. It is my favourite FM to date. I can't remember a game that I've played from release until like middle of January time-ish or early January that I've enjoyed this much and not got bored or fed up with. I'm finding it really interesting. I'm playing it on YouTube. I'm playing it on Twitch. I've got a little bit in my own time as well. I'm absolutely loving it. Really, really enjoying it. But thank you so much for all your comments, all your love on the series, all your support. Here's to trying to hit 10,000 subscribers this year. Who knows what's going to happen. I really hope you enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.